Where are we right now?
We're in Target in San Diego, technically La Mesa.
And what are we looking for?
Looking for new Beyblades. Like, me personally, I've been out of the game for a while. I've had the original Beyblades when they first came out, all the cool plastic ones. For you kids who don't know about those. But we're looking at some of the new stuff right now.
Alright, and what do we have?
Beyblade Legends.
Yeah.
And the Shogun Steel.
So, how do you pronounce that guy's name?
I would say death to my enemies. Just call it that.
Death to your enemies. That's a good name for a Beyblade, actually.
Right? Death to my enemies. Let it rip.
Alright, so lots of Shogun Steel 2-packs. Fire type. Shogun Steel single packs. A bunch of old stuff, but like we got some new stuff. Eldrago, Cosmic Pegasus, Death Quetzalcoatl.
Death to my enemies.
Lots of Death Quetzalcoatls. And there's one last Fang Leon, and that's about it.
He was hidden.
So Kevin,
Yeah.
what can you tell us about your history with Beyblades?
Well, I used to watch the anime series when it first came out, like in America. And that was years ago, and I got like hooked on it. I started buying all of the Beyblades when they first I'd get the Japanese ones from like Japantown in San Francisco, and you know, I couldn't read the instructions at all, so I kind of had to wing it. But that was for my first one ever, was Dragoon, and then you know they started selling them at your local Targets, Walmarts, Walgreens, and I bought the English ones. You know, I had Trigger, I believe, was my first one.
Isn't that your favorite one?
He's not my favorite, but he was the first one I bought that I could read the instructions. And like every week, they'd always have like new ones out, and I would go while like in summer school, buying a new one every week, and I had like a big collection of them. And then they started coming out with the metal spinners, I believe, right? Or the metal tops?
The HMS ones?
Yeah, those. Yeah. And that was the last time I bought a Beyblade.
So, yeah, you're really old school.
Dronzer MS.
Yeah, he has a Dronzer MS, you guys.
Yes, I do. And let me tell you, when jSpud over here started getting into Beyblade, what was your first Beyblade you got?
Like ever?
Yeah.
Like plastic? It was Auto Change Balancer. It was a Dronzer, but it didn't say Dronzer, it just said Auto Change Balancer. But yeah, that's about it. So.
Yeah. And about a couple years back, I actually challenged jSpud over here to a battle of original Beyblades versus her current ones, like 2 years ago, current ones. And I got destroyed. Like my plastic ones all got chipped. The only one who didn't get chipped was
a bad idea.
Rushing Boar.
Yeah, and, that was a bad idea.
He never won, but he never lost. Like, he always drawed.
Yeah.
And then, so I tried Dronzer MS. Like, he was my last hope. I'm like, originals can win. They can do it. Even though he was, like, second generation. Like, good, sort of. And, you know, he did pretty good. He won a lot. Lost every now and then. But we found out we could change his speed and the power.
No, he didn't know that the bottom could change tips. So all this time until we did that video, I'm like, hey, you know you could change the tips? He's like, oh my god. So he had it for like this entire time.
Yeah.
And he didn't know.
I didn't know. I guess I overlooked that in the instruction because I have two Dronzers. I got, you know, the original plastic one, and I got the MS. And I'm like, wonder if the original Dronzer, and of course it did too. So I was like, great. And so when I did the MS, oh my god, it just spun out crazy. It knocked all of her Beyblades out, and then it flew out right after that too. It was like
it dominated pretty much.
It was a beast.
Yeah.
It was fun though, like, you know, going like, my old school ones can still do it.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Plastic Gen is the best.
Plastic Gen is not the best.
Not the best?
It has its nostalgia for me anyways.
Yeah, okay.
But I didn't really have like the best base stadium either.
Yeah. It was the Dracil one.
Was it
the Dracil Fortress?
I don't know. It was it was red. It has like the 4 corners had little chunks in it where if you Beyblade spun in there, it's all stuck.
Yeah.
Unless it's MS Tronzer,
Yeah.
He got thrown in there, but when he was in this wild crazy mode, like do 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 do, and he jumped back out into the stadium, and I was like, oh, cool. And then he jumped out with the whole stick, and I was like, oh, never mind. I actually got some stadium right here.
Oh yeah, Blazing Dojo Stadium. You actually like the stadiums with the walls because it's basically a fight to the death.
Yeah, like it preserves the battle, makes it a lot longer, and not like, oh, I got stuck in a hole. Oh, me too. Like, oh, great.
Yeah.
That's not what Beyblade's about. Like, I love seeing them go head to head, like what they're supposed to be.
Fight to the death.
Oh yeah.
Oh.